Time to crack open a cold one with the boys. With the boy, I guess, because there's only two of us. Sorry, I just wanted to get the sound of the psst on camera because it's fun.
Okay.
Anyway, we got ourselves some soda, and that's...
You paused me from taking a drink specifically to make that silly little joke.
Yes, I did.
While I appreciate it, try to just a little too hard on the end there. Just a little.
Fuck you. We have fun here at JustBored Entertainment.
We try anyway.
Anyway. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Wright was always one step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. This year, it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown.
But Mr. Correa lost the Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
Wait just 1 second here. I don't know why I turned something for a second. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Correa in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
Well, you turned something too!
Oops.
Ah!
Ah!
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective? It's not... Well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. He's just fucking nuts and did it.
Yeah.
This is what gets him up in the morning. Getting up and then fucking being super awful and mean and rivalrous to someone only to turn on a woman of them in life. By taking his.
Damn. It's like, I've been one-upping you my entire life, but it's never been enough. I must one-up you in the most ultimate way, and that's living longer than you. And there's only one way I can ensure that I do that. Yeah.
I'm going to kill you for the sake of killing you!
It's for the competition! The ultimate competition!
Like evil, like Latin chanting going on in the background.
Right. The ultimate hunt.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. What? Not you too, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations.
Aw, damn, Edgeworth.
Holy shit. No!
He says with a smile.
But also, Edgeworth. Ah!
Yeah.
Now, Detective. Let's continue with the testimony. No, not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What was I saying? Hello? Anyone? What about what I was saying? Sorry.
Well, when you put it like that... No!
Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim?
What? That was a stupid question. Yes, Phoenix, we have proof.
Yeah.
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
But can't you tell just by just looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it?
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
That's pointlessly, like... Mr. Ellsworth, help me, sir!
Alright.
He's too stupid, I don't know how to make him say it!
It's fine. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. God, it's like talking to like
a toddler sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
Erg.
Phoenix.
well, you don't know the button belongs to the jacket. I mean, sure, the jacket's missing a button, and then this one matches the jacket, but
and the bloodstain looks the same, and they're both the same victim's blood. But how do you know it came from that spot on his jacket?
It could have been like an exact replica.
Exactly. Ah!
Right, yeah.
Phoenix.
Like I said, this is exactly like the whole anime thing, you know, where the villain trains for years, but instead it's like the attorney, you know, the prosecutor studied and trained for years while Phoenix just kind of bumbles his way through it.
While you were in high school, I was studying the blade.
Right.
While you were chasing women, I was studying the blade. And now you have the audacity to come to me for help? I mean, yeah? Well, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, what do you mean, man? You know, like, that's what this series should have done with it, but no! No!
Anyway.
God, Phoenix, stop being so fucking edgy! I don't know how they did it, but they swapped Phoenix and Edgeworth.
They really did, because Edgeworth is like I said, he's more cool and composed. Now that he's had his journey.
It's not just that, but like, ah!
Yeah.
Phoenix is being so...
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Coroner. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here?
You're fucking stupid.
Yeah, Phoenix, the police don't have time to, like, ask stupid questions like, does the button really belong to the jacket? I mean, technically we did find out just to be sure, we checked the threads and whatnot, but it should still be pretty obvious. Like, we just did that to, like, make, you know, like to cover all bases, but
right.
We really shouldn't even have had to do it.
Like, in some very bizarre instance where there, yes, was an exact replica that had the button ripped off of it and then was smeared in the blood from the first one, and the first one just was missing a button or otherwise didn't have one, and that would imply another lead somehow. You know what? Fine, yeah, but trust me, not only is that a really stupid, illogical line of thinking, it's not what happened.
Yeah.
There's no evidence to that whatsoever. Like, if we had proof that that was the case, we would have made that, you know, known.
like Phoenix is like, okay.
Matt would never even fucking be here if that was the case. Ah!
Then Phoenix is all like, okay, guys, hear me out. Aliens.
Aliens kidnapped Maya. That's why it's stitched together like a weird person.
Yeah,
it's an alien. Or like three of them stacked on top of each other wearing a human trench coat, man.
And like Edward's like, how did you get this far?
Dude, you seriously need, like, anger management issue, like, therapy. Like, and a lot of other therapy. Like, you need, like, psychotic help.
Like, Judge, are you seeing this? Are you sure he's okay to be here?
I mean, listen, man, I don't judge. I'm just...
You do judge! You are a judge! That's literally your job!
I meant the lawyer specifically. I mean, I'm just here for the case. Like, if it was aliens, then it was aliens. But, like...
I forgot how dumb this judge is, too.
It's a valid theory. I mean, what if it did happen?
Why am I the only smart person here?
Listen, I've been through a lot in this courtroom, okay? This is by far not the strangest nor the most technical case I've ever had to deal with.
And then Edgeworth and Phoenix look at each other and just kind of like nod in understanding.
You see? Yeah. I mean, this is like fuck a guy stupid. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. You two know. Yeah. You two know.
Yeah. We have been through a lot together, haven't we? Anyway. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant...
Mr. Wright, the conversation we just had...
Yeah, but listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Like, if there were there's people who stab people hold knives differently than people who just use it for cutting food, right? I mean, there's a different stance.
What if he was missing a finger? What if he only had 3?
What if it was a pirate and he didn't use a hook?
Then wouldn't other metal besides metal and stainless steel coating come up on the, the
Okay.
evidential report?
I hear what
from the prosecution.
I hear what you're saying.
What if he wore gloves? Then how would his fingerprints get on it? They were from the previous day!
Well,
He bought them the day he was murdered. He washed them! How are his fingerprints on there? Why didn't he wash them again after killing him?
The real killer washed it, and how is his fingerprints still on it? You can't just wash
The real killer wore gloves! Okay, so then why are Matt's fingerprints on it, but we still are here trying to find him guilty? If the real killer wore gloves.
Aliens! Aliens! They have advanced technology, hear me out. Advanced technology. They created they took like a piece of his hair.
And the DNA applied their hand to synthetically be his.
Yeah. So they used the DNA from his hair to create a hand that was his hand, and used that to took his hand and use it to grip onto the knife while holding like the wrist of the hand, just his hand though, and like used his hand to stab Juan.
I see where you're getting at with this. Okay, alright. This is still a valid theory.
And Edward's over here like, what the fuck?
I love this headcanon. Aliens.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
What bumbling?
What bumbling? Phoenix, you're the only one who has these kind of trains of thoughts.
And even... Hopeless, were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
I love this game.
Fucking hate this game.
There is no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he brought the knife, or bought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either.
Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix.
Yes?
There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late.
A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with on guard's fingerprints.
Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have probably already pounded his gavel in closing. Because there's no case here! No.
We're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? I can't believe she's still totally on the side, like as if he's done nothing wrong. Like, Pearl, you should be standing up and be like, yo, you're fucking stupid. Mia, what the fuck is wrong with you? You were his mentor? What happened?
Well, we still have to figure out what to use as evidence to prove something wrong.
It was ripped off fingerprints. All over the knife. Bought the knife for a crime.
Hold on. Wasn't it part of the meal, though?
Mm-hmm.
Gatewater is engraved. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna say...
Oh yeah, because Gatewater's the name of the hotel, so it belongs to the hotel. He didn't buy it.
Correct. But just in case...
Which means that the assassin, for whatever reason, went out and bought a gold knife specifically to replace the gold utensils at the Gatewater Hotel, and then stabbed him after he was already dead.
No.
No?
No, they just used Matt's knife. And who's to say that the assassin did it? Because he was stabbed after he was already killed.
Right.
The assassin only would have cared about killing. Matter of fact, the assassin hired us to prove him innocent.
To prove Matt innocent.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the assassin.
So, well, I mean, obviously, the assassin wants to be known.
Right.
But anyway.
An assassin that wants to be known? Like, that, I just...
Yeah, well, I mean...
Weird, but I mean, okay, at the same time, like, fine, I kind of get it, I guess. You know, because that's how they, you know, rack up, like, criminal rating
Notoriety. Notoriety, yeah.
So, I mean, okay, yeah, fine, I get it. You know, because it's, like, their reputation in the criminal world, blah, blah, blah. You know, how well-known they are about doing their stuff and getting away with it.
Right.
Fine. But
yeah, so why would the assassin, after killing him with his bandana, you know...
Go and stab him.
Exactly.
Like,
he wouldn't. So...
Okay, but we also proved that Matt has literally no motive to anything in this case whatsoever, so why would he do it?
Correct. So, who stabbed him then? If it wasn't the assassin, and it wasn't Matt.
It doesn't matter right now. We
That's
just know it's not Matt. That's
true.
what we're trying to prove.
That is true. That is true. We're only trying to prove the not guilty verdict. We don't care
about anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
So what the fuck?
Yeah. Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument is that it was a premeditated murder. Oh, pardon me. It's simply that my client bought the knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant
did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? Why do I think I've heard that name somewhere before? Okay, Gumshoe, now you're being fucking retarded.
Right. I don't think that's an okay word to say anymore, but...
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't...
People kind of, like, try to, like, take that word back, you know? Because it was used as an insult for a long while, but people are like, it's not nice to say that about, like, because then it's insulting, like, actual people with special needs.
Is it? I never really...
It was, like, a big thing when we were in high school, the whole using the R word.
Yeah, but I guess I just never really understood how it was insensitive to those who have special needs.
Because those people are often referred to as being...
Oh, is that... I guess, but...
Like that's like the medical term that was then used as an insult. It's kind of like how people used to use gay as an insult.
I mean, I call all kinds of stuff gay at this point, so I mean...
Well, I mean, yeah, but now it's more endearing than insulting, if that makes sense.
I kind of get what you mean, because, like, my sister and my boyfriend will, like, kiss in front of me, and I'll be like, oh, pff, it's fucking gay. So, I mean, I guess I see what you're talking about,
but I don't think retard has ever been used as a form of endearment, like, ever.
I mean, maybe, but I never took it, like, seriously as, like, a medical term. Like, I don't know, maybe I just grew up differently or something, but to me, using, I guess, the R word was just kind of a thing. It wasn't really, like,
honestly,
anybody was offended by it.
And honestly, I didn't think anyone was either, but when that movement started to happen, honestly, I don't exactly understand 100% either, but out of respect, you know, I decided to stop using it. Because even if I don't understand it, I should at least be respectful. If people want to tell me that I shouldn't use that anymore, then alright. I
guess I don't know, I didn't take school seriously, so the fact that school was telling me don't use that word, I don't know.
I mean, that's also fair, but it wasn't necessarily school saying it, it was like the kids in school.
Right, so it's not like it was like really administrated either. It just kind of, it was like a politeness thing almost.
But I mean, I think it's carried over as well, because I kind of see like that being talked about like still on like Twitter and whatnot.
Maybe,
anyway, I'm just saying, like, obviously...
Don't get me wrong, I understand that saying the word, it just feels harsh, but that's kind of why I guess I use it, if that makes sense.
I guess.
At least that's the way I'm seeing it. I mean, if I I don't use it a lot, honestly. Only in like a certain close company and whatnot.
I think just the thing is that it because it can also be used to refer to a certain group of people, you know. And if we're using it as an insult, then it's like, yeah.
Oh. I guess I didn't think about it that way. Alright, well, I'm sorry.
No, you know. We can all be ignorant about things sometimes. We just gotta learn, and, you know, it's not like we're bad people, it just, you know, it just is what it is, you know?
Alright.
Anyway, sorry, that was a weird tangent that we just went on.
Yeah, but, I mean, you made a point.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm sorry.
And it's all, you know, as long as we learn and grow, and, you know, that's all that really matters. And, yeah, I don't know how to end this conversation, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
That's the name of the hotel. Gatewater Hotel. So, awkwardness.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
This whole thing is a fucking sham.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... Well, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corrida's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There is a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
Of course, we already figured that out.
We had this conversation like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. This is...
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard.
How would they know what it looks like?
Because prosecution was with the
investigation
team.
I know how Edgeworth would know, but he was like, if the court would please remember how the room looked like.
Maybe he's just holding up a picture of it or something from the investigation. Because I mean,
maybe, but it's just like I'm imagining all the people in the stands and whatnot, and Edgeworth's like, if the court would please remember how the room looked, and the people are like,
and he's like going through like a slideshow or something.
I mean, yeah. If he didn't have a slideshow though, just him saying, "Please remember how it looked," and people are like, "We've never been."
What does it look like? I don't
know. Yeah.
Plot hole.
But anyway, he probably has like a slideshow or whatever,
or like a little like a picture of what it looks like.
Yeah, because like how would the judge be like, "Oh, there's a knife there," if he didn't have like a picture, you know?
Right. I mean, he would have to simply because, you know, I mean, he would
have to.
Right. Okay, maybe he wouldn't have to, but for going down this particular line of logic, it would be useful to have such a particular photo, because then he could be like, well, yeah, we were during the investigation, here's what it looked like, we took pictures.
Yeah, pretty much.
Proof the knife is not here.
Right.
And it wasn't supposed to be really all that fucking, like, unusual, but then Phoenix had to go and do all of this shit, so here you are.
Yeah.
The knife is missing from this room, it's in this room already. Ah.
Pretty much.
Anyway. God, it's like fucking babysitting 6-year-olds. There's something missing, perhaps. Is it a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Ungard's knife was missing.
Yeah.
Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
Oh, he wouldn't really need to bring the knife with him. He could have just used...
He doesn't know about the assassin.
Well, yeah, none of them do.
Right.
I'm just saying, using this train of logic, say for the sake of argument that Matt Engard did take the knife over to Engard's room and stab him with it.
You mean
or
Corvus? Yeah, no, he's not gonna walk back into his own room, stab himself, and then die. Like,
oh, I'm sorry. But yeah. Say Matt did go into Cordo's room with his knife. Why even bring the knife with him? Why
trust
not
nobody, not even yourself.
Why wouldn't he just use Cordo's knife? Why use his own knife? You know what I mean?
Right. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I wonder how I'm gonna get away with this. Oh, I'll think about that later. Stab.
Of course, then again, Matt does seem kind of the dumbass who would do something like that, but...
Not even that, but like...
He's kind of like not...
He was already dead when he was stabbed, guys!
Yeah,
like...
Oh, yeah!
So that implies that he's like... You know what this murder needs? More blood.
I think that's...
I'll be right back. Runs across the hall, grabs his own knife, comes back, with nobody seeing him. Not Lana, not... Old Bag, not any of the security cameras, not Adrian.
Well, supposedly Old Bag did see him. Supposedly.
Oh, yeah, but anyway, none of this.
Mm.
And he fucking with his own knife goes in his fucking, instead of like in the heart or the dick or something to like, you know, like, yeah, you. He stabs him right here in the chest.
Yeah.
In the button. Then, for whatever reason, while he's already stabbed him, he waits for a couple minutes for it to bleed out.
Then takes the button, stuffs it in
rips
his
the
pants.
button off, and then fucking stuffs it in his shirt, and then walks back to his room like nothing fucking happened.
Right.
Like, and then he's like, you know, he goes out, he's like, yes, hello, what can I do for you? Because, you know, Adrian discovers the body, and she's screaming and everything, she gets the police and everything involved. The police come in and like, Matt, we need to search you. You know, and, you know, nobody's leaving just yet, and they search him, and he's got the fucking button just sitting there, hidden in his own shirt. Like, that's...
Yeah. But anyway...
Johnny Tangent, everybody.
Did you already read that?
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walk headlong into it.
What trap? There's no trap here. You just...
I think we have to point out...
Stupid!
Yeah, I think we have to point out, wait a minute, you're saying that this is a premeditated murder because of the knife, but the knife's not even the one that killed him!
The knife's just there at this point.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to, like, evidence that.
Fucking game.
Because that's how this game operates. We have to debunk. We have to debunk until we can't debunk no more. You know.
And I feel bad for Edgeworth kind of playing along with the idea because, like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't know about the assassin, but also like, I feel like he's doing it at this point just for Phoenix's sake.
Yeah, honestly, I think Edgeworth already knows everything that he's saying is wrong.
And
he's just trying to like
just give it an answer. He's trying to lead them to the answer, but they're being really, really stupid about it.
Right. Edgeworth's like, so this knife that was stabbed into him after he was already dead, all right, is the proof that it was premeditated. Are you getting this? And Phoenix is like, but how can we prove it's his knife? And Edgeworth's like, no, that's not the thing that you're supposed to point out.
That does not matter.
Yeah, okay, listen. I'm gonna say this again real slow. He was choked to death and then stabbed.
Okay.
And so the knife is proof that it's premeditated, right?
Yeah, because it's the murder weapon.
No!
And Edgeworth is sitting here thinking, he's got like a book like explaining death for dummies or something. It's like I please, dictionary book, death for dummies. Please. He sobs, pours himself a massive drink.
Jeez, yeah.
It's gonna be a long case. Now I understand why Godot fucking drinks. That's not coffee. That's Irish coffee.
Yeah. Jeez.
Anyway. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown?
It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well...
Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here...
That gavel will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something the court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. Do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. I do not feel. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. There's no need for it.
Right.
Literally no need.
Right. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us.
He's freaking out over nothing. Like
Edward is literally leading him along. He's like, hey,
So what comes after 1?
Yeah, exactly.
2!
It's like,
okay, what comes after 3? 4! Yes. What comes after 5? 10? So close. So close.
Like Edward was like, yeah, so yeah, we could just wrap this up and like get a nice clean guilty verdict unless you wanna show something.
You got something about like that little brain of yours, sure. You did.
I mean, it's probably gonna be like stupid like always, but I mean, who knows?
Maybe you can prove it to this guy. You know, this other stupid guy, that you're not as stupid as I think you are.
Well, in the next episode, we'll figure out if Phoenix is as stupid as he thinks he is.
Bye.